The games that you are about to see were set in a controlled environment and should not be tried at home.
Hi, I'm Mike McLean, and once again I'm in the mighty House of Games sporting arena for the latest heat of a sports competition with a domestic twist. Any minute now, two top British families will come bursting in through those doors there. To begin a contest that is all about courage, character and an insane level of competitive spirit. Both families are not only here to humiliate each other, but they want a chance to come back for the final where they could be crowned House of Games champions 2004. Forget about the Olympic spirit and check out the fighting spirit of today's competitors. I say, let trumpets sound. First from the 17th century village that Engelbert Humperdinck and Adam Faith's mum call home, from Sunbury-on-Thames, it's the Camerons. Their opponents today are their much-envied next-door neighbours. Here from the village where Roger Hargreaves wrote his Mr Men, also from Sunbury-on-Thames, it's the Almins. Both families are not only playing for family pride, but the fact that they do want to settle some old scores. This is downright unneighbourly. So let's find out more about their families and their grievances.
Our two rival teams are neighbours in leafy Sunbury-on-Thames. First team up is the Camerons. 45-year-old Gary calls himself an armchair sportsman, while wife Julie is the energetic one, making use of garden chores to keep the adrenaline pumping.
Anyone gets in my way, I'll mow them down.
Their boys are 17-year-old Lee and 12-year-old Craig, who enjoy fencing and the occasional brotherly hug. Now, Gary wanted to build an extension, but was denied because those pesky neighbours would lose their sunlight.
There's so much for my ensuite bathroom.
They are the Armins. Normally, Dad Rajesh takes out his aggression with a pitchfork. Is he up for it?
I'm ready for action.
Wife Claire says she'll ride rings around the opposition.
I'm ready to crush the Camerons.
Their son Basil is confident that he'll chop the opposition down to size. Young athlete Adam reckons his family will slide into first position. The Camerons in red, the Armins in blue. Which family will end up on top? What do their dads think?
We're definitely going to beat the Camerons. We've got much more brains than them.
They've tried to compete with us sport-wise, but it's just not happening.
Let the battle commence.
Well, that's two families that really don't like each other. And they're in the house there with our fitness expert, Lucy Arrowsmith, just getting some pointers on stretching before the big event. But here's a man now that doesn't stretch. That's because, well, he's knocking on a bit. He is, of course, the commentary god, Mr. Sid Waddell. Sid, you are getting on a bit, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'd get on better if I could do what we're going to have now, which is backyard backstroke. 4 to 8 laps, elegant stuff done by the adults. But the kids have got a real tester. Toys inside an airing cupboard. On the shout, they're gone fleeing, as we see Julian down to that banister, and loup straight to the mark, which is marked big clogs.
If anybody knows what fleeing, loup and clogs mean, just let me know.
We begin with the hint of the Mystic East and a judo master, a man of infinite mystery. He is, in fact, a master of dressing gown judo, and he is our first judoist, Mum Julie Cameron in the red towel. All part of the essentials for this sport. Julie shows respect for the master, and here's her opponent, 44-year-old Claire Armin, in blue towel, pale blue dressing gown, but full of attitude.
In terms of competitiveness, I think I'd probably thrash her. Yes, definitely.
The rules are both simple and mysterious. The fighters must keep their grip on their opponents throughout, and they have to stay on the mat. Julian Red suddenly twists round. Claire in the blue is going here in the first pin down. It's got to be count of 3. Well, as we see the hit again, a sudden twist, Blues down, but it's up to the master.
One to red. To the middle. Lock lapels.
We'd just like to beat the pants off them, basically.
Fight!
Well, Julie got the first chalk. As towels go to the wind, and it's game on here. The Nelly off the mat. Just adds to the excitement now. Anybody, it's more Cumberland and Westmoreland than Eastern Mysticism, as you can see clearly there. Turns into a scrabble.
Lock lapels.
Still one to Julie. Remember, in the reds, towels staying in place, younger members of the team encouraging, and almost, yeah, holds, never mind lapel holds, they struggle for the advantage. Has Julie in the red got the shoulder down? We look at the action replay again, don't think she got shoulder down. Here we go again, Julie in the red, spent a lot of time running, got medals for athletics. Both girls like Ilya and Astasi, good attitude. And we heard Claire giving the lip at the start as they tussle and wrestle. And the gong goes for the end of time, meaning that this pin down by Julie in the red decided in her favour.
Well done, ladies. At the end of the allocated time, the winner is red.
So Julie, a bit pleased as the scoreline chokes up. 3 to the Camerons. I mean, no score yet. Just like it says on the tin, it's the backstroke, and there's the backs. Like the fronts, they belong to Camerons and Armeens. Gary Cameron, Basil Armeen, Lee Cameron, Raggis Armeen.
Contestants, take your marks.
Well, not exactly leaping to get in, mind. It is very cold in there. The 4 metre by 3 pool already getting them squeaking.
Contestants, get set.
8 lengths were after backstroke. You're there before you can think. And already Basil, he's acting like a harpooned whale. He's crossed into lane 1, whack Gary. I don't believe this. I think we're on the 4th lap. And already Basil again, travelling up his opponent. And Gary, though, is, I think, in the lead. The blows the army just totally out of control. Looks like a full whack of points coming up for the Camerons. Just like in the Battle of the Clans. And I think, yeah, Gary finished 2 laps ahead of everybody else. But Raggis, out of the ragged mug-up, comes in second. Never seen out like it. And looking back, all the action, wild and unwilling, was from Basil in lane 2. He's doing forward stroke. This was meant to be backstroke, side stroke. It's more like the hokey cokey than a swimming race for the lad in 2. It just gone totally bananas. And his dad even whacks his dad, who still gets second place.
A race won by true athletes. But in the end, second place went to blue lane 4. And in first place, red lane 1.
Well, we'll no doubt have opponents splashing in next year's tournament as a discipline as we check the scores. Cameron 6, Armeens a mere 1.
Gary, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The Camerons now go further in the lead.
Well, that's obvious.
6
We're
points.
the best team. Yeah, 6 points, that's great.
To 1, they've got 1. They're lucky enough to get that.
That's good.
Listen, what was going through your mind as you were swimming there?
Just get to the other end as fast as I can.
Obviously, you must have a pool like this at home in the garden that you've been practising in.
Well, no, I'm going to build one now, just to upset the neighbours.
We've just seen Dad Gary spearheading the Camerons in the pool. Now, 12-year-old Craig is at the top of the banister. He's normally at home on the links, golfing, and apart from a slightly wobbly landing, that was not a bad banister jump. See, no wobbling at the top of the stairs, but very little elbow lift, as we've seen successful candidates do before. 1 metre 59. So it's Adam from the Armeens. Surely he can't go as cockeyed on a single reel as his brother did all over the pool. Beautifully controlled, beautifully weighted. Puts him in the lead, I reckon, as we re-see it. Excellent heel lift at the end. Confirming the result then. That snidge at the end of the jump did it for Adam. So here's Craig once again. Idea to slide down the 12-feet banister, 7 inches wide, with great control. And you've got the best of your 3 jumps. The best counts. Not quite pegged back yet, so more chance for Adam here, who is a Johnny Wilkinson fan from the world of rugby, to increase his leads. But get beautiful balance on the landing. And an extra, almost a third of a metre on the distance. What can Craig do then? Oh, fell back onto his hands almost. Not worth measuring. From the farthest point out, you see, well, don't think he got knees should have been further apart halfway down, slowed up his velocity. A real blob at the end. Now, Adam can just showboat for the Armeens. So on this 11-year-old shoulders and knees and feet rest the hopes of the Armeens to peg back at the Camerons. And that beautiful style confirmed by a beautiful result. 2 meters, .05, meaning the Armeens are back in it serious. 6 to Camerons, 4 to the Armeens.
Well done to you. But this is what's still to come in a sporting arena where dreams can literally, boo, turn into nightmares. We'll be getting the old man to pick up the dishes in washing up weightlifting. It's all happening here at the House of Games. You'd be daft to go away.